Hello students, today we'll start a new topic, that is Newton's first law of motion, a very famous topic of science. Newton's first law of motion. With no outside force, a stationary object will never move. I'm not going anywhere unless something forces me to. I'll keep going until something stops me. These are all observations converted to a law. The first law states that according to Newton's first law of motion, if a body is in state of rest, it will remain in the state of rest, and if it is in motion, it will remain moving in the same direction with the same speed unless an external force is applied on it. Newton's first law of motion has two parts. First is the definition of inertia, and the second one is the definition of force. Inertia, the tendency of that body, the inherent property of an object to remain in its state. The property of an object by virtue of which it tends to retain its state of rest or of motion is called inertia. It depends upon the mass of an object. The mass of an object affects its inertia. Objects with more mass have more inertia than an object with smaller mass. So elephant has more inertia than human beings, so which means it's harder to change an elephant's motion than a human's motion. Now, definition of force. Force is that external cause which tends to change the state of rest or the state of motion of an object. These two gives the statement of Newton's first law. Now, inertia is further classified into two types: inertia of rest and inertia of motion. Inertia of rest. If a body is at rest, it will remain at rest unless an external force is applied to change its state. This property of the body is called inertia of rest. We will discuss this with few examples. Suppose when a bus suddenly starts moving forward, the passenger standing or sitting in the compartments tends to fall backward. This is due to the inertia of rest. The reason is that the lower part of the passenger's body, which is in close contact with the bus, as the bus starts moving, the lower part shares the motion at once, but the upper part, due to inertia of rest, cannot share the motion simultaneously, and so it tends to remain in the same place. Consequently, the lower part of the body moves ahead and the upper part left behind, so the passenger tends to fall backward. One more example is here. When a smooth card placed over the mouth of the tumbler, it flicks sharply in the horizontal direction. The card flies away, but the coin kept over the card falls into the tumbler. Here again, when we are giving motion to the card in horizontal direction, the coin is in state of rest, inertia of rest, and hence when card flies away, the coin falls down into the tumbler due to the pull of the gravity. Now the next one, inertia of motion. A body in state of motion continue to be in the state of motion with the same speed in the same direction in the straight line unless an external force is applied to change its state. This property of the body is called inertia of motion. Again, with few examples, we'll discuss this. When a running car stops suddenly, the passenger tends to lean forward. The reason is that in the running car, the whole body of the passenger in the state of motion, same as in case of inertia of rest. Here just the body is in motion. So when the car stops suddenly, the lower part of his body begins in contact with the car, comes to rest immediately, but his upper part remains in the state of motion due to inertia. This is the reason why body leans forward. Now moving on to the next topic, next example, that is a cyclist or a bike rider along with a road does not comes to rest immediately after he stops paddling or he stop the bike with a brake. The reason is that the bicycle continues to move in the inertia of motion even after the cyclist stop applying the force on it, but the bicycle comes to rest afterwards. As a result, the retarding force of friction between the tires of the bicycle and the ground